Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Before I get started, I'm asking everybody to please hit that like button, the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It will help our channel out a lot. We want to keep going, we want to keep growing, and at least we want to keep the people that we have. You know, I'm thankful for each and every one of you. But I know there's more people out there struggling with this estrangement situation, and I want to help as many people as I can. So please tell the algorithm of YouTube that we're doing a good job, okay? Thank you. All right. So lately, you know, I've been struggling a little bit trying to figure out what to talk about. You know, we've covered so many aspects of estrangement already. And I'm trying to think, like, you know, what could I possibly talk about at this point, you know? And it has occurred to me that I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, which is giving you my perspective, my experience. And yes, there's been more happenings with my son. He's texted me a couple weeks ago. He texted me again out of the blue. You know, it's very random, and how it's affected me, and and I know what you're thinking. You know, you're thinking I would give anything to have my child text me, right? And that's what I would have been thinking too. So I get it. I absolutely get it. And when I had long stretches of time with no contact with him, and I would read something, you know, maybe on the Facebook group or in other situations, you know, I would be so envious, you know, and those feelings, they're strong, you know, and I get that. I really do get that. But I also think, I know my situation, I've been struggling. And I think a lot of you know that I've been struggling because a lot of you have been putting in comments of people's books and articles and videos that you said that maybe would help me. And I am so appreciative. I'm so appreciative. And I have watched some of them and read some of the comments, and it has helped me. It has. But it just makes me realize that getting these texts from my son since this whole blanket situation has really turned me kind of upside down in my emotions, and it hasn't always been a good thing. I at the beginning, yes, I thought it was a great thing. I was hopeful. But not now. I'm not hopeful, really. I mean, I always have a certain amount of hope. You know, I think we all need to have that things can get better. But in my situation, it really hasn't, you know, and I read somebody's comment that really, really stuck with me. And it hit home for me. And that is that in my son's random texts to me, it's hard to say this, he isn't my son anymore. He's taken that away. He doesn't call me mom or ma or any of that, which I know I've mentioned before. He sent me a picture that he was wanting to show me something in his room. Or actually, I think it was his daughter's room. And she was sitting there, and this is his oldest daughter. And I couldn't take my eyes off her. I wasn't looking at what he wanted me to look at. I mean, I did sorta, but I'm looking at this little girl who isn't very little anymore, and who I did start a bond with when she was young. She was the only child that I did start a bond with, and we would talk on the phone, and I would see her and she would talk to me. And it so occurred to me that that bond has been broken and that she's gone on to become a beautiful young girl. She's 10, but going on 11, but she's going to be a teenager soon, you know? And she doesn't know me, and I don't know her. And whatever bond we had has, I believe, been broken. And that's what occurred to me when I looked at the picture, not what he was wanting me to look at. And he did that, you know? He broke that bond. So now what am I? Am I an acquaintance? I'm a friend? I don't think I'm a friend. You know, he doesn't share things with me. He won't accept my friend requests on Facebook, which I keep repeatedly sending. He doesn't respond. He doesn't want me to know except for what he wants to show me, which is very random. And there was no mention, of course, of the blanket because that's null and void. He doesn't need it anymore, so... And it's been very unsettling to me. It's been extremely unsettling these last few months. And I do believe that I'm not his mother anymore. You know, he's put me in acquaintance category maybe, or someone he used to know, but I'm not family anymore. And that hurts. You know, I don't know how to take it. I don't know how to feel. Any responsibility, like, you know, I think of things, and I know we all kind of go there sometimes, like if something happened to one of us, you know, and our adult child was told that something bad had happened, I'm sure they'd say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, you know, well, gotta go, because, you know, I've got obligations, you know, and we are not an obligation to them. We are not, you know, a parent anymore. And that is how I feel. Now, I can only talk about my situation. Right or wrong, this is how I feel. That he has taken himself out of that category of my adult son. He doesn't want to be that. He hasn't been that for a long time in his eyes. And again, I know I'm kind of putting words in his mouth, but it's how I feel. And I know him. You know, I still know him. Maybe not the activities but I believe that this is how he is treating me, as someone that maybe had something to do with his younger years, but that he no longer associates with, really. And yet he texts me this random thing about what's in this room. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, that be careful what you wish for. You know, if you get that text, I hope it's a loving text. I hope it's a text of somebody who has an open heart, who truly wants to reconnect, because I believe in my situation, it's not the case. We'll see what happens, and like I said, I will always be transparent with you and tell you if I do get a text or anything else from him. But it has thrown me for a loop, and now I'm just trying to get back to a good place where I can go on with my life and not be haunted by, and I say haunted, by someone that I don't understand. I want to look at things in a positive light, but when it's upsetting to me, it is hard. You know, it's hard. And it's very, very obvious to me that me and him aren't on the same page at all, you know, because I want a relationship with him again, but I see it's going to be maybe a text or two whenever, you know. It can be hard. I'm not going to block him or anything. I wouldn't do that. But I realize it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to try to process what he is actually trying to say or do, which I don't think is much. I think he literally wanted me to see what was in this room. Which did have to do with his childhood. It did. And then he tells me he has saved everything from his childhood. And that made me happy. I said, I'm so glad. But it's confusing, right? It's confusing. And that's where we left it. I said, I'm so glad. I thought he had a terrible childhood. He told me he had a terrible childhood. And yet he's saving everything. He saved everything. I don't know. But all I could see was my granddaughter, who has gotten so big, you know, and who doesn't know me and I don't know her. And this is the way he continually, I guess, wants it. And I have some resentment there. I'm not going to lie. I do. So it's hard. It's hard for me to process. You know, I still have love for him. I will always have love for him. But I don't understand. I guess I just don't understand. And if any of you have gone through something like this and, you know, you're getting these comments of weirdness, I don't know. I don't know. But it's been hard for me. And I hope things get better, and I'll let you know. And I'm sorry I didn't get the video out yesterday. I meant to. Come to find out, after going to the doctors, I'm anemic. So I did start taking iron yesterday, and I'm hoping that it will perk me up a bit too. I've been feeling tired lately for sure. So there's that. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you do something very nice for yourself this weekend, because you deserve it. We all deserve it. And I love you all. And I will see you in my next one. And God bless you. Love you. Bye.